In this global contest for talent, Singapore cannot afford to be creamed off or left behind. This is an age where talent makes all the difference to a nation's success. We need to focus on attracting and retaining top talent in the same way we focus on attracting and retaining investments.
Singapore's Prime Minister Lee Hsien Loong there during his annual National Day rally speech on Sunday. Let's bring Bloomberg Senior Asia Economy Editor Michelle Jamrisko for more, including that announcement from the Singaporean leader about repealing these colonial-era law when it comes to sex between men. So what exactly did PM Lee announce with regard to LGBTQ people in that speech?
Well, Heidi, it leaves us with a few questions, but this was highly anticipated, this repeal of 377A, as they call it, a law that PM Lee mentions was instituted in the 1930s by the British at the time. So something that they haven't owned over the years, but that symbolized something further. And that's what PM Lee talked more about, is a lot of stakeholders in this debate would talk about wanting to preserve this family value, the idea of family being man and a woman and children. And PM Lee then did decide to enshrine that definition in the Constitution. So that was his concession to the other side in this battle. A little bit unexpected in some ways, but that sort of balance was pushed forward last night. It kind of leaves businesses wondering if there will be any changes to how visas will be provided for same-sex couples coming in. I think this is what the PM was alluding to in trying to talk about, still attracting foreign talent. A lot of industries that they want to expand in, next-generation industries, might have same-sex couples wanting to come in to work and live here. And so the questions remain about how that might change. Singapore has said that they deal with those on a case-by-case basis.
When Bloomberg spoke to Singapore's Deputy Prime Minister, he actually talked about people having to compromise about the law. We didn't get any clarity on what would happen here. So what has really moved Singapore to make such comments by the Prime Minister, and what can we really expect when it comes to really attracting that talent that they so need right now?
Well, I think the Prime Minister was clearly trying to balance, as the government has been for a while, these two very strong feelings. Obviously, LGBTQ community wanting to feel welcome here, businesses wanting to provide that. So that's the sort of classic, debate between those who want to kind of appeal to foreign workers and then others who are more focused on, family values and social fabric inside the country and might have conservative views on that front. So really a tough balance to strike. What is the old saying, that a compromise leaves both sides dissatisfied? So I think this won't be the last that you're hearing. But just to remember, just over a decade ago, as the PM mentioned, they did say that 377A would not be enforced. So that was the kind of concession then. Now they're scrapping the law, but in order to appease the other side, of course, that definition going into the Constitution. So it's a little murky, how each side will feel on this front.